So welcome you guys. I know that you're all busy and it's a lot to get on these. So hopefully you'll leave feeling pretty great with, like what you should be doing and whatnot. So this is a full-on business. I think that we get really like, oh my gosh, I need to know everything right away. Please be gentle with yourselves. So please be gentle with yourself. Like if I handed you keys to run a coffee shop up the street, there is absolutely no way you're going to know the ins and outs to that coffee shop like that. There's just no way. It's going to take you weeks to do that. So it's the same idea with this. I'm thankful that it's a lot easier in a sense to run it, and we get paid a lot more money to do it. So a few things, like when you start, like you're ready to go. You've probably have been added to the group at this point, and hey, welcome. And then from there, if you have not yet, there are 2 websites that you will have starting this business. You'll have one that you created during your checkout. So mine is Slim Selfie. So it's slimselfie.itworks.com. So whatever you chose, .itworks.com, that you get to give out to anyone and their mom. So you can, if they're ready to sign up to try our products and be customers, or try the products and work and make money at the same time as distributors. So you can give that to anybody. You cannot send that link into Facebook, because if you know much about our social medias out there, there's 2 platforms. There's business and there's personal. We kind of cheat the system a little bit by doing personal, and the trade-off is that we can't send our links. You can do the business side, but it's going to cost a lot of money to do so. So we kind of just sneak in there and do that. So just get a cell phone number when they're ready to order or sign up, and send it directly to a cell phone number is the way around it. So you have your customer website, and it has join and shop on it. I strongly suggest playing around with the shop and see what we have. So you can pick a product, scroll down, and you can see view product information. That'll have the ingredients and like bullet points of what they have, prices, all things that you don't need to feel like you have to memorize like that. I still don't have prices memorized. So be gentle with yourself. You can use that always as a quick little resource. Well, what is in this? What does this do? How much is that? You can just quickly log on and kind of peek for yourself. Then you have your other website. That is esuite.itworks.com. That is the business one. That is your back office for your eyes only. Do not ever, ever, ever give that out. It has confidential information in there, and you can get in trouble. So when you first log in, it'll be your distributor number for your username. If you don't know what that is, ask your enroller. You'll also be emailed it. It's your customer number. That's your user ID. You're going to eventually want to memorize that. And then your password is the one that you created when you got your kit. So it's the same one. When you log in, the first thing that will populate is like a tax thing. Just like if you were to, work at McDonald's, up the street, you're going to have to fill out some sort of tax document. That's the same idea. All you do is read it, okay, sign it. It takes like 2 seconds. But you definitely want to fill that out, or eventually you just won't get paid because you got to fill it out. The next step, please, please, please make sure that you are commission qualified. In order for this to happen, go at the very top of that, and you're going to see a little spot that says auto shipments. You click that, and you can pick out whatever you want in the store. It just has to equal 80 BV or points is what we call it. So every product has points. So it could be 2 boxes of wraps where it's 8 wraps total. It could be wraps and coffee, wraps and hair, skin, and nails, wraps and facial cleanser. You really get to pick out what you want. It just needs to equal 80 BV. And why do we have that set up? It makes it where we are commission qualified. So obviously you want to make money because you're in here. So you don't want to have all your hard work go for nothing. Whatever work you're doing, you want to actually get paid for it. And that is what happens. So with that, excuse me. What was I going to say? I just lost my train of thought. Oh my gosh. I was going to have a point to that. you can pick out things that you can also sell or use. So with that, the coffee is worth money, collagen is worth money, keto energy is worth money, wraps that you can sell singles with if you want. Or you can just use the products, get results, and work your business even faster. Because you know that if your friend is like, oh my gosh, your hair is so long, what happened? Well, I've been using this hair, skin, nails, and then they're gonna wanna order it. Okay, we don't as a company pay for any sort of advertisement, commercials, none of that. The CEO would rather pay us money and be a walking advertisements. That is why we have things situated the way that we do. So please be commission qualified. I know that it's super scary to put on an auto shipment. I was one of them. If you signed up this month, it won't be until next month. I do encourage you, if you did sign up this month and it's going to run next month, to put it anywhere from the 1st to the 15th, because we have an additional contest in our group if you run it then, just so you know. And work with your enroller. This shouldn't be a scary thing. It's very, very easy to make money. We have 5 different ways that we can make money. So I will kind of lead into that a little bit. So we can make monthly commissions off the customers and distributors underneath of us. We make fast start bonuses, which is by far my favorite, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. We always have some sort of extra promotion and bonuses happening, which right now we have a $1,000 Ruby bonus, $5,000 Emerald, $7,500 Diamond, then it goes $10,000, $15,000, $25,000, and $50,000. Are they possible? Definitely. Me and hubby earned $35,000 2 months ago. So, and then a lot of girls on here won some. So they're definitely possible. If you're wanting to gun for it, work with your enroller. You know, there's people that have gone Ruby in a night, having a giant barbecue. There's people that have gone Diamond in 3 days and in 9 days. And if you apply that to what bonuses that we have, it's like $18,000 in bonuses alone. So it's kind of crazy. So we also get bonuses and promos that happen. Right now there's also a shopping spree. So if you signed up, you had 72 hours to sign up your first customer to lock in part of that shopping spree. And then you have the rest of your 30 days from your enrollment date to get your other 4 to equal 5. And you get a $150 shopping spree. Now, let's say there was a little bit of a slow start, which you guys, it always happens, you know, like it's normal. Like we're trying to get learning to things, right? And you're like, crap, I didn't sign one in first 72 hours. That's okay. You can still earn $100 with signing 4 in your first 30 days. And that can be anything. You can get cute gear. You can get products. You can get products for you to use or sell. It's up to you. I like money, so I personally would get products that I could sell. But it's totally up to you, and you'll have a fun time shopping. I didn't have one of those. And then we can earn wrap cash, keto cash is what they call it, where you can actually sell singles of things. As I'm like, toss it. So you can sell singles. Wraps are worth $25 each. You're always going to make a profit off those. You can sell these. It's up to you how much you want to sell your stuff for. You're your own boss. But traditionally 1 is 5, or you cut a deal by doing a little bit more. So just so you know. What else? The fast starts is what I really want to talk about though. When we first start, generally the first paycheck is very low because you're just now getting started. So for instance, whatever you do this month, we get paid next month on the 15th. Whatever you do in November, you get paid December 15th. So now is a good time to like kick it into gear because it's going to pay for your Christmas. So I was going to have fast start bonuses is my favorite because yes, the commission part is a little slower. Fast starts aren't. And so you definitely want to get your first 2 customers right off the bat because it makes it where you can earn those fast start bonuses. It opens the door for them. So let's say you sign your first 2 customers. You're like, yeah, okay. Well, now you just unlocked those bonuses. So let's say you want your best friend to work with you because duh, that would just be fun. They enroll and click join and use your website. And now they're a distributor with us. Number 1, we're going to help train them. So I know that there's a fear out there that, oh my gosh, I'm nervous with signing distributors because I don't know how to train them. I'm just started. We will help train them. So you signed up your best friend. When your best friend gets her first 2 customers, you earn $100 within the week. It's very fast money. So that is a fast start bonus, so that it does not count the commissions that you'll make off your best friend. It's just an extra bonus that the CEO gives us. By far my favorite, because we don't, like, even now, I have no idea how to calculate my commissions. Like, it's way too complicated. But I can definitely count on my fast start bonuses. I know that, let's say if I sign 5 distributors this month, I'm going to earn at least $500 in those fast start bonuses. So I strongly encourage to really focus on those, because it can be very, very fast money. Maybe you have a car payment due and you need $300. Well, hurry up and get those 2 customers, sign 3 distributors. We train them how to get their 2 customers. And that's $300 that you know for a fact that you can get. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Let's hear. So in your eSuite, not only will you be filling out the tax information, you'll be making sure you're commission qualified. Up at the very top is a university training kind of spot. Don't feel like you have to do it like right away. I did mine cleaning the house and whatnot, and took a couple of days. Take your time, but there's a little training section up there that can help, like, give you some information too. The rest of the eSuite's going to take a little while to get used to. I mean, even now I have leaders like, what in the world is that report? Like, so be gentle with yourself on that. So enough with the websites for a bit. Please, please, please communicate with your enroller about how much money you want to earn for the month, because it varies so much. Some people are in here, they want maybe a little bit of money to get manicures every month. It's very low. They want to make maybe $100, $200 a month. Then you've got the opposite spectrum where, Miranda, man, like, I have to be home with my baby. I need $3,000 a month, you know? And so there's a window, right? And we don't know where you are on that window unless you talk to us, and training changes per what your goal is. So please communicate with how much you're wanting to earn, and we can set up a plan for you. There is a color personality test in our group if you've not taken it yet. It sounds kind of cheesy, like, oh my gosh, why am I taking this test? But people's personalities are very different. You know, some people like to party. They want to have parties all day long. They're cool with doing things in person. You've got people that love money, don't care if they talk to a gazillion people. They want to earn that money and quit. You've got others that want to know how they can help with this business. How many more people can I help? And then you have those that are the researchers. So there's 4 different categories. It helps us train you just a little bit better if you fill it out. You'll take the test, it'll email it to you, and it'll give you percentages. Please screenshot that and send it to your enroller. Now that leads into, yes, you can work this business in person, or you can work it online, or you can do a combination of both. That's up to you. I would definitely talk to your enroller about it. Anything in person is going to go faster. Now, our group is mainly social media. That's mainly what I built myself to. But I will tell you right now, if you want to go super speed, you're going to want to mix in-person stuff. There's no substitute for energy. And like, if I got you guys in a room, and I'm like having you try some coffee and some greens and all sorts, and I'm crying because I'm telling my story, you're probably going to sign up. Now, how long is it going to take for me to talk to Taylor online? Hey, you know, look at this, and it's going to take weeks probably. And then maybe Taylor's like, okay, maybe this is something. So what can take weeks online can take like a night in person. So I just want you to really think on it. We are all kind of intimidated with parties and whatnot, and you don't even have to call it a party. Like, to me, it's not a party. Like, how do you hang out with your friends now? You know, you invite them over, you have great food, great drinks, whatever, you're just chilling, and you just weed in the business. That's all it is. You do not need to have this huge get up of supplies and set up like a store. That's a turnoff for people. You're telling them it's too hard to do this, they're not going to sign up with you. So keeping it really simple is key. And please learn, because I did that to myself, and yeah, it didn't work out so well. So, but just to give an example of one party I had, and I waited a year, mind you, is I made a Facebook post, and then I private messaged some people, and I said, hey, whoever brings the most people, I'll give you a free wrap. That's when we had no keto stuff. And one person brought 2 people. It was distant relatives to my husband. I had no clue who they were, you guys. They came in my door. I sweat through my shirt. Like, I don't do people. I just don't. And I don't remember what I said. I remember they tried our older greens and something else, and I did a Fat Fighter demo. When they walked through the door, I gave the one her free wrap. The two saw that, and they're like, well, I want a wrap. So then I earned $50. I thought I was good. I'm like, okay. I had no expectations. Well, then I'm doing all my little thing. They were here for an hour, and they all left ordering 5 to 6 things each, and I had 600 in BV when they left. Yeah. So never underestimate the power of doing things in person. So, and you know, I don't know. My husband's family's broke. So I didn't think that they would order anything, but it was just like, it's exciting doing things in person. So, and that was just 3 people. It was really laid back. And if I can do it, anyone can do it. Just say it. So just think on it. I strongly encourage it to do at least a few. If you've not had like a launch party of sorts, to at least have 1 or 2. Let's say you invite best friend's sister, and like a coworker, okay? And then they sign up as distributors. Well, that next, day or a couple days later, you can have them bring a few people and like continue the process. That's how that one gal went diamond in 9 days. So skip to that. So in-person versus online. In-person is easy, you guys, because it's just like, okay, you invite people over, do your thing, you're done. Online very much reminds me of when I did a degree online. You have tests, you have homework, you have certain things to do throughout your day, and somewhere around your day, you're going to have to weed that in, right? It's due. When are you going to do it? It's the same thing with this. Our day-to-day stuff is posting. It's adding to our networks, whether that's Facebook or Instagram or whatever social media you use. It's interacting and making friends. It's messaging. Messaging is the #1 way we make money, just so you know. And it's self-development. So self-development can mean praying. It can mean reading a book. It can be YouTube. We really can beat ourselves up in our head and say, oh my gosh, I'm not good enough. I'm not going to make it in doing this. I'm so stupid, and like all this stuff. We get in our head. It's 80% mindset in this business. And so if you're not doing something each day, eventually what will happen is you're going to hit a rut where you're like, man, maybe this isn't for me. And so this is really, really important because yes. So those are the day-to-day things that we do. We call them IPAs. So if you ever hear that term in the group, income producing activities. You will be added to some groups. So if you've not yet, the IWG group is our main page. Please do not open your own group. It's time consuming and there's no point. And it doesn't make you money. There's no point to it. So there's IWG, which is our main page. There's an open door policy. I do not have it locked. So if you want to ask a question, if you have a cool tip or something, feel free to always post in there. And when you start enrolling your own distributors, you'll add them to there too and welcome them. There's also one for loyal customers, so loyal customer hangout. All your customers and distributors will be added to that. I will usually post announcements first to there if it's some sort of sale or something. And then at the very, very top is a file section where they know how to log into their account. So the loyal customer hangout and a DT examples. So 3 different groups. The DT examples is just example posts for you. The hardest part when I first started, I had no idea how to post. Like, what in the world? I don't want to sound like a ShamWow commercial. I did there for a long time. And so that is just situated so you have an idea. But I strongly encourage you to actually click follow on people's profile that are leaders in the company. You can follow me, you can follow Kelsey, Lori, but you can also follow other leaders. Jade Hooper, Jocelyn Yates, Carrie Young. There's so many cool leaders out there that are just fun, so that you can see how they post. And all I did in the beginning, I'm like, this is what they talked about. I'm like, that's actually a really good post. Don't ever copy and paste. Just don't do it. There's a couple reasons for it. Number 1, you're not a robot, right? Like you have things to say. You have good things to say. Number 2, Facebook knows when it's a copy and paste, and they actually start limiting who can see it. It's the craziest thing ever. So you might have like 20 likes on this, and then all of a sudden you're like, 1 like, what in the world happened? It's because Facebook did something. So just copy it. You can paste, but then tweak the wording and put your own picture. So I hope that helps a little bit for that part. So you're going to be added to the 3 groups. Now there's some apps to download. So let's see, I don't know if you guys can see my phone. You always should edit your pictures that you do post, and just kind of clean them up and make them pop. So I have Pick, Tap, Go and WordSwag and Live Collage. I mean, you can use your own. Pick, Tap, Go and WordSwag is by far like my tops. And then I use Snapchat a lot for the filters. It's up to you what you want to do with that part. But also the business ones is the It Works Office app is a big one. Now bear with us because we're working on a lot of kinks inside of that app, because there's a Connect app inside where eventually, once they work out the kinks, it'll be set up so that you can actually put potentials in there and it's easier to message them. But they're still working it out. So we will keep you posted on that. I know that there was problems today. Let's see here. It Works Office. I don't know if you guys can see it. And then you'll log in. So it's your distributor number and then the password you make. Sorry, I get 5 million messages. But it's kind of nice to have the Office app because you can keep track of like customers you have, distributors you have, updates. Like when there's like a sale or something, they're going to put that up there where it's notifying you. So it's really, really fast versus you having to check your email all the time. So I would download it no matter what. Don't wait for the kinks, just download it now. So let's see what else. Obviously you downloaded Zoom, which is a good one. And then I have YouTube. So Zoom, the Office one, YouTube, Pick, Tap, Go, Snapchat, Live Collage, WordSwag, and Pinterest. Pinterest is just great because you can, if you're wanting to do like a random quote or something, boom, it's right there. So those are the ones I personally have downloaded. If, Kelsey and Lori, if you guys have other ones, if you want to put them in the comment section, I think you guys have the same ones though too. So apps to download. Let's see here. I talked about this. So I'll leave that one for last because it's kind of a lot. Now, no matter what, again, like talking to people is how you make money, right? So you're going to have a list of people probably in your head where you're like, man, I really would love for them to work with me. I think that they would really need this, blah, blah, blah. You want to start making kind of a list. And there's going to be like people that if you had a flat tire up the road, the first 5 people you're going to call. Those are the first 5 people you should be talking to. And then from there, you can make a bigger list. Obviously, the bigger your list, the more your business is going to grow. However, don't feel like you have to have this giant list in order to succeed in this business, because you might have a really like not so great network. Okay. You might have really mean relatives, mean friends, and the world against you starting this. Okay. There's all sorts of spectrums in here. I was that latter one. I really didn't have anyone on my side. My own husband was like, this is a scam. This is fake. Da, da, da. I had nobody. I started with 50 Facebook friends. So know that it's possible. It's just that you're going to have to add to your network like crazy and post well to start attracting your audience and make friends. So, but you definitely want to start reaching out to those closest to you first. Know this, again, in person is going to go faster, then getting them on the phone, FaceTiming, voice messenger, and the last thing, messaging. Messaging is the least personal, and people will probably ignore you, okay? So if you want a fast result, like, man, I really want my best friend to sign up for this hair, skin, nails, then get her on the phone if she doesn't live near you. And how to talk to them varies per leader. Find your own little way. But like if I had a best friend, I'd call her up and be like, dude, I just started my business. You have to do this. When I started and I wanted people to like sign up to be distributors with me, I literally said, you need to come to my house right this second. There's something I got to tell you. And I didn't even say the what. Darn right, they showed up within the next 15 minutes. So it's like, just do it. And I just was straight up like, I'm like, I don't know everything yet. But I'm like, I do know I'm going to be making a whole lot of money, and it would be the coolest thing to work with my best friend. You know, this team is very, very special. The longer that you're in it, you're going to understand that we are just a little bit different, a lot of it different. You've got so many lifers in here, and our families like know each other. Like that is how we are. We are a giant family in here. I gave up a 15-year career at the hospital. Like I'm a long-termer. I love what I do. So, and to just know, like you'll never be ditched doing this. I know that it is a business that you just don't know, like, right? The turnaround is sometimes a little higher because it's self-motivating. We're not going anywhere. So you got us. So let's see here. The biggest thing though, when you start it, like try to keep like quitting off the table. I know some people are like, well, I'll just give it a try. If not, I'll just quit. Because then it's what happens is that quitting is already there and in the head, and it's going to happen. So I told myself when I started that I'm going to just figure it out. I don't even know when I'm going to figure it out. I'm just going to figure it out. So try to put quitting off the table and give yourself like some time. Again, just like the coffee shop, you're not going to open that door to that coffee stand and have like a huge line waiting every single day right when you open. That's like kind of silly, right? You're going to have to figure out where you're going to put your coffee stand, what recipes to have, what employees to hire. And it takes a little bit of time to get the little swing of it. That's with any business. What's nice is that you're going to see a quicker return of your money doing this. It's cheap to start doing this. It's very cheap. And we make a lot of friggin' money. I made a $23,000 paycheck the other month. That's crazy, you guys. That's enough where it's an entire year. But I certainly don't want it just for myself. I want it for my team too. So, but you got to be patient with yourself. You're going to have the closest people sometimes not be so supportive. You might have no's. Well, you're going to have no's. You're going to be like, no. And all sorts of things. Just keep going, because there's people out there that need this so bad. There are moms that want to be home with their babies. There's people on the brink of bankruptcy or divorce because bills are so bad. Like, I wish somebody would have contacted me so much sooner because of the crap that we've gone through. So, let's see here. So I will mention events really, really fast. We have an event coming up in February. I know that it's been discussed in your guys' chat group. I didn't take it seriously. Like, I started in a July 4th, 2015, and October, my first one was announced. And I'm like, I remember just like telling my husband, man, I really want to kind of go. I know that we're broke, da, da, da. And he's like, no. And then I'm like, well, please. And then it sold out. It was the worst decision out of anything I've done in this business in 3 years, because it put my business on the back burner for an entire year. So I got to Diamond, but it was really hard and I made a lot of mistakes, hit it, lost it immediately. Restructured, knew I wanted to keep going. And guess what? I worked and did all these little things that I'm teaching right now. And then boom, conference hit for the first time. I met Miss Lori Mount. I was so scared. I don't fly, you guys. I stay home. I live in my house. And I hate flying. I had like a panic attack. It was awful. However, I knew I had to go. And so I went. None of my team was with me. I met Lori for the first time. I'm like, please don't murder me in my sleep. And I was just like, oh my gosh. But it was like the best thing ever. I immediately jumped both ranks back that month, okay, within weeks. And then 2 months later, hit double diamond. A few months later, got boxed for triple diamond. Took me a little bit to get it. I hit it this last March. But then in the midst of that, I hit the second conference with 50 team members. And then so then I hit triple diamond and I just hit presidential diamond. That's insane. And that is what happens when you go to conference. So you want to go. Like, if there was one number thing that I say out of anything out of this, go to conference. Because I can only teach so much, but you got to go feel it. We will make lifelong memories. It's when we get offered the most money. Like, at one time, I think it was last year, if you added all the bonuses up, you could earn $300 and something thousand. That's a freaking house. That's not even commissions, you guys. That's bonuses. It is what we call our boom season. It's February. So they just announced the dates yesterday, where it is January 31st, February 1st, and February 2nd. So we will definitely do something as a team, probably a couple different things, but conference itself, it is just everything. And they are going to situate it where you can afford to go. So it's not like, oh my gosh, And it's always in Tampa Bay, Florida. So it's far, but it's fun. You can bunk up with people. We have a group chat started, so you could start chatting, hey, you know, who has room in the room, and all that. So please go to conference. It is everything. There are other like events throughout the year that aren't as big. The green carpets are done. That's the second highest one. That's the one that, if you guys seen, I was just now speaking on stage. But then there's also fit parties. They used to be called One Team, One Missions. There's boot camps. They're always throughout the year in all sorts of different spots, and it's on the app, that Office app underneath events with that little calendar. So just keep paying attention, and maybe there will be one near you. Yeah, they're not as big as conference. Conference is number one. If I have to pick one for you, please at least conference. But you can be on the lookout, maybe check it weekly, that maybe there will be one right by you too that's like a little bit of a smaller one. So just so you know, you guys, like even if you rank once a year, which is really slow, like it's super slow, you're an ambassador in 8 years making $35,000 a month. Yeah, I said that once, and I'm always going to keep saying it now because we have a leader in our group that is a double diamond that did not even, like she wasn't even an executive for a year in or something crazy. And then all of a sudden she's like, okay, I'm ready to work now. You know, and now she's a double diamond making $5,000 a month. And that's not even her husband's account. And she's already boxed for triple. So, you know, your speed is your own. You know, I'm in here speaking, but I'm not your boss, you guys. Kelsey isn't, Lori isn't, none of us are your boss. This is just an added thing. Like it's independent distributor. So, yes. Let's hear. Facebook has it set to where if you don't go manually do it, you won't see notifications from our group. So at the very top of the group, you can click a little button to turn on notifications. So just so you know, because a lot of people don't know that that exists. So in the IWG group, minimum, please turn on the notifications. Because I'll go live in there and do all sorts of things like all the time. And then I want you to at least like hear it. So like if there's something that new comes from corporate, I'm going to hurry up and go live and go explain it. You are added to the chat groups too. So when you sign a new distributor, you're going to add them too. All of these are not mandatory. You don't have to be in any group. You don't have to be in any chat. These are just like extra just to try to help you guys out. But just so you know, like you don't have to do anything because we can't tell you what to do. But obviously it helps. What else here? So how to post. Work with your enroller. There is a DT example thing. Number one, before you kind of get into the swing of things, try to make sure, and I will go into mine, get out of there, that your profile is cleaned up. And what I mean by that is that you have a decent profile picture that is crispy, that your cover photo is something fun. It could be a quote or something, that you do a bio. And then mine's really fancy. Don't think that you have to do this. Like I just did this 3 years later, you guys. I'm not technically savvy. Do something with your featured photos. You do not want to blast It Works. I know that that's like, wait, what? You don't want to go put underneath job, It Works distributor. You don't want to have like your website, slimsalvi.itworks.com. You don't want to be like you rapping in the background, none of that, because you are not the company. Like you're not a commercial. They want the main event. Like your Facebook, or if it's Instagram you're working, is your journal. Like you are going to be talking about you a lot. You're going to give hope and inspire and whatnot, but you are not going to spam your peoples. So you'll notice on mine, most people have no clue what company I work for. And I like it that way. So I just like to keep it super real, and I'm hoping to like project that onto you guys. So clean up your profile. And then as you start posting, it's up to you how many times you want to post a day. I strongly suggest at least like 4 to 5 times a day with your business stuff. And you want to mix in normal stuff in between, what I call fluff posts. So when you're trying to attract a customer, things that will work is your before and afters. Obviously, you just started, so it's going to take a hot minute. Your teammates before and afters. In our IWG grouped page, okay, if you scroll, oops. If you scroll, there's going to be an album section at the top, which has a lot of before and afters for you guys already. There's also a file section that has some fun things right beside it. And then use the search bar at the very, very top, because you'll see, you're going to hear things from us that you're like, what in the world are they talking about? Like host a post. What in the freak is host a post? And you can click host a post in there and like get some posts that talk about it. That search bar is everything, because that's a very busy group. I apologize. It's 3 years of information. You're not going to read everything overnight. I can't even read everything. And I'm going to go back, and I'm trying to do construction on it. So it's, I'm deleting a lot of old stuff, but it's going to take a long time. So, but use the search bar and that will help. So with your posts, you're going to have it where it's for customers. You're going to have your before and afters, teammates before and afters, and you can tag some of them if you're Facebook friends with them. You can do demonstrations. You can go live. I know that that's scary. I strongly suggest putting sunglasses on and a filter to start. It'll help your nerves. You can do all sorts of fun things, right? But I will tell you that the live videos and the demonstrations and your before and afters will be the top ones to get you people. So just so you know, that is for customers. Now, there is a cool little thing at the very, very top on your Facebook. See that plus sign? That is for stories. It is a newer feature. If you click it, you add a picture. My husband being silly. And then you can actually do a story, okay? But guess what? They now have a feature. If you see that little happy face at the top, like that, you click poll. My daughter being silly. You click poll, and polls are everything. I love yous. Have a good training. Practice. I'm like, what word am I trying to say here? Love you, love you. But polls, oh my gosh, you guys. I don't have my binder down here. I have 100 potential distributors from doing my polls in 1 week. 100. That's a lot of freaking people. And that is just for my polls. Now, I'm going to weed in how to attract distributors, but customer stuff you can do on a poll, like a picture of our hair, skin, nails in that DT examples. And then as your poll, you can put looking for my last 2 people who want to grow their hair out. Interested? And then you have the poll. Your poll should not be a yes and no. Don't ever have a no option. It should be, heck yeah, details please, like where it's 2 forms of yes, okay? You're going to definitely get hits off of it, okay? So please, polls. If you have a really, really busy day, maybe make a couple Facebook posts at least, but do a couple polls, okay? And you can definitely do this with Instagram, by the way, too. Now, distributors. How do you sign distributors up? People want to make money. People are really broke right now. They spent way too much on their vacations this summer, and they are freaking broke. So I don't know if you've noticed, I've noticed, where people are like, who's hiring? Who needs their child watched? I'm pet sitting, I'm cleaning houses. People are really, really needing money right now, and we're right before holiday season. It is like more bigger right now for people wanting to get a job, in my opinion. So use those polls. This is going to sound cheesy and weird, but I'm telling you that how I got those 100 is because I flashed some money. I don't even get it. I've had 3 years of receipts, videos, pictures, all sorts of things. And you'd think that people would believe me at this time. It's not until I was flashing some money that they're like, oh, wait, what is this? So, you know, you can be holding, like you can do a selfie with some money. You can have it on like a table. You can do a video where you're like this. But any sort of money flashing gets our attention. Hey, I'm hiring, who wants to work with me? Or I'm hiring 2 more people to work from home. Interested, and then the poll, you know? So doing a poll with the money is going to attract a lot of distributors quick. It sounds weird. I'm still not that comfortable with it, but it works. So other ways to attract a distributor. Again, I said that your Facebook is your journal. It really is. So I do a pattern, and yes, it's weird, but you guys, I'm telling you that it works to a T. And if you notice that you're not signing distributors fast enough, it's because you're not following the pattern all the way. So it's talking past, present, future, and then there's catchy and friendship. There are the bonus ones. So the main ones is the past, present, future. Now, what do I mean by that? Past, what have you gone through in your life that was difficult? The stuff that you probably don't want to talk about. So for me, it's losing my mom to cancer. It's being on the brink of bankruptcy. It's just about divorcing my husband because of financial problems. It's not being able to eat dinner because we didn't have money, and so I pretended not to be hungry at night. It's having PUD notices on my door. It's living in a metal trailer with no running water or electricity as a kid. Things that I've gone through that not so great. And then I weed in the business at the end of it to inspire and to give hope, and it puts trust in another. Okay, and it makes it where I became a real person, because someone's going to have that story and relate to it. Like, oh my gosh, like that's my story, you know? I don't like talking about my stuff. I don't, because it's uncomfortable and I want to cry, but I'm telling you right now, it's the #1 reason why I sign up so many distributors. So at the end of it, you can just be like, and you know, I went through all this, and now my babies will never ever have to go through something like I did, because I have this business that's going to help us get through it. Something like that. So that's past. Present. What are you going through right now? Now, if you're brand new, obviously it's not going to be like these huge things, but guess what? The bigger that I've gotten with this company, the harder it is, because it's not, when I tell someone, oh yeah, I made a $23,000 paycheck, do you think that they're really going to believe me? No. They're going to be like, okay, right, block, scam. You know, it's more like that person that just made $500 or a couple $100, and then you're posting that gallon of milk you just bought with your money. Because there are people on your timeline that cannot even afford a gallon of friggin' milk. You know, it's being able to put gasoline in your car. It's groceries. So if you're taking a picture by the gas pump, that's a good one. If you're taking a picture at the store with like the check stand little numbers, or you know, the aisles themselves, or you holding a can or something like that. It's nice not to have to put food back on the shelves. Things like that will really get people's attention. Obviously, it's also the time. So you could be taking a picture of your kids playing. This is my office view, you know. It does not have to be huge stuff, even though you're brand new. And then future. This is one that people mostly forget. Where are you going? We know that this is a business that is self-motivating, and a lot of people will start it and quit it because there's no boss telling you what to do. There's no clock in and clock out, right? Well, shoot, I'm just going to watch Netflix today. I'll work tomorrow. Then it happens again. Then it happens again. I might as well just quit. You know, like, so it's self-motivating, and so people quit easy. So where are you going? Because the more you're talking about where you're going, people are going to watch you and be like, oh, well, she is in it long haul. They're not going to invest any money in you as a distributor if they don't know where you're going. I know I wouldn't. And that is why I didn't sign up with my friend in the beginning. I signed up with some random stranger because she was successful. My friend had a lot going on. And I'm like, well, you know, like if I'm going to do it, I'm going to go with somebody that I know isn't going to quit on me. So if you're not talking about where you're going, you probably won't sign very many distributors. So what do I mean by that? That means, what rank are you gunning for? What are you going to get with your money? Like, it can be little things. It's going to be like, man, it'll be nice. I'm going to be making $200 extra each month to pay my car bill. It can be, man, I'm going after that diamond, hello, $7,500 bonus, whoop, whoop. Or I am, you know, I'm going to go on this vacation this summer. It's so awesome. I can't believe it. Like, I've been wanting to go on vacation forever, da, 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 da. Or the car you're going to get, or retiring your spouse or yourself. You know, all of that stuff counts, whatever is going to happen going forward. And it can be like vacations or meeting people and all of that too. Now, I signed up one of my biggest runners because I kept posting about a cruise I was about to win. They had a cruise back in the day. And guess what? I won it. And then she's like, well, she keeps talking about this bonus she's going to earn. And back then it was a $10,000 one. And I kept saying, I'm going to earn this bonus. I'm going to earn this bonus. And I kept not earning it, you guys. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not, you know, I posted about it and I didn't earn it yet. And then boom, I earned it. And then she signed up with me. So people are watching you. So talking about the future is really, really important. Hold on, bud. The bonuses are catchy posts. You might have seen it with your enroller, and that might have been why you signed up, where it says it's words only on a Facebook background, and it says like, looking for one person to work with me tonight, hiring $200 to $2,000. You know, there's all sorts of ones. There are examples in the DT example group where it's literally words only to capture somebody's attention. And then a bonus, excuse me, I'm on a live. Huh?
You shot the dogs?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the bonus is once in a while post about friendship stuff. You know, my friend Kelsey is the coolest cat ever. Like, we're best friends, da 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 da. People will sign with you just to make a friend. Like, if I would have seen a post like that, I would have. I'm an introvert. I don't leave my house, you know? So people are lonely. They want friends. So those are the different kinds of DT-driven posts. So it's a giant journal, right? Like, doesn't that sound like a journal? It's something you'd be writing? Yeah. But just don't have it all at works. Just mix in stuff that, you know, what are you eating today? Where are you going with the kids today? You know, like just random stuff you were already posting about before it works. So I hope that helps a little bit. I know I talked a lot and I'm sorry. I will weed in host to post is your best friend. Host to post. I admit that I was one of the last ones to get on the bandwagon because I'm one where I'm like, I'm going to let everybody else try this and see if it works first. Host to post is amazing. So you remember when I said I started with 50 Facebook friends? My goodness, did I wish I knew about host to post back then. Because if you think about it, it is basically a referral system. I could have asked every single one of my 50 Facebook friends to put up a post on their wall that I give them, and it attracts their Facebook friends, and I can see it. So let's say that all of my 50 Facebook friends had 5,000 max friends on theirs, because that's the max is 5,000. Look how high that number is. Would I rather attract 50 Facebook friends or 250,000 Facebook friends? Yeah, that is the beauty of host to post. You have a greater audience and you're not limited to your own. Now, I will, again, we talked about it at the beginning, our closest people are sometimes our worst critics and give us the hardest time. And so strangers, you guys, are so much easier to sign up. So if you're using somebody else's Facebook wall to put up a post, that person that is interested in your hair, skin, and nails that you just now got tagged on from your Facebook friend has no clue when you started this business. They don't know if you signed up 3 years ago or yesterday. They don't care. They saw a post. They want to grow out their hair. They want details. So you're going to sign so many more people faster by using host to post. So this is something that should definitely be like a day-to-day thing, or like a few times a week where you do a greater amount. But host to post is amazing. You can use the search bar at the very top of that group to do host to post to see what I'm talking about. A couple little tips, because I got really overwhelmed really quick and it's easy to do so. Number one, get a notebook. There is no way you're going to keep track of people with host to post if you don't write it down, because it gets really psycho. And you guys, I got this at the dollar store. You can be cheap. I put the host's name at the top, and then I put whoever likes and comments. Now, why is it so important? Number one, you're going to forget them. Number two, you can jot down notes of like, oh, they get paid this, this, or this, or whatever. Number three, you will have your hosts delete those posts. Okay, I've had that where I've had like 20 comments and I was not fast enough to go write them down, and they're lost because the host deleted it to be a turd. So you want to definitely write it down, okay? I strongly suggest picking one product to start, because it gets complicated, right? You don't want to have to memorize all this stuff, right? Pick one product. I do hair, skin, and nails. I know a lot of people do the cleanse, like the keto coffee. Those are usually the top three. I love hair, skin, and nails because it's, to me, like, women love great hair. It's just like a no-brainer for me. So pick what you want. Whoever your enroller is, they can give you a copy and paste of what to a T they say, and then you can just make it your own. So how do you get somebody to post for you? There's two ways. Number one, you just flat out message them. Hey, will you do me a favor, right? You can do that. You can put up a post on your own wall. Every month I will do something where I'm paying it out of my pocket so you guys don't have to. I do that on purpose because I don't want you all stressed out. I'm going to show you what this month is. This month is $200 in cash. Now, whatever Facebook friends you have, they're more likely to put up a post on their wall to be bribed, right? So you can be like, your friend Sally is in your, on your Facebook, and you're like, hey, Sally, will you do me a favor? And she'll be like, what? And then you'd be like, well, can you da-da-da-da? And then you can just say straight up, you can win $200 in cash with my raffle. Oh, okay. And I always say at the end of it, I will give you a double entry if you post it right now, because then they're more likely to do it real quick. And then what you want to do, anybody that says yes to you, once they post, screenshot it, and you will find that thread in the group and go in the comments and post it, because they might win the money, but if you don't put it in there, I'm not going to know your friend did it, right? So at the end of the month, I draw a name for the winner. You do not have to use this. You can use your own, but why not use it, right? So you guys don't have to pay anything. And you can also just, let's see here, you can do that, or you can just ask them. You might have like mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, whatever on your Facebook. They're just going to do it for you no matter what. So you can just straight up ask them, hey, will you put up a post for me? And then they tag your name. Don't accept the tag, or it's going to look really, really weird on your Facebook, because it'll be like, my friend Taylor this, my friend Taylor this, my friend Taylor this. And then you're going to have people like, this is too much. I'm just going to block her because I don't want to see all that. So don't actually accept the tag. Let's see here. That's pretty much what I had jotted down. Lori and Kelsey, is there anything that you would add? I don't want to put too much, because at this point you're probably like, what the freak are we talking about here? There's a lot to this business, you guys. Like, I'm not perfect. None of us are, you know. Like, all I know is if I would have started today, number one, I would have scheduled that conference like right away. I'd be like, husband, I'm going. I gotta go. Number two, I'm going to talk to everyone and their mom. I'm going to grow, like I'm going to add to my Facebook probably at nighttime when my kids are sleeping because they're psychopaths. But in the meantime, I'm going to be talking to everyone throughout the day. I'm going to call up those people on my list, be like, look, like you got to work with me. I'm going to call up my friend Sally that I know has thin hair and needs to grow out her hair. You know, we do have a lot of products. Just pick a few favorites and go from there. You know, we have skinny coffee. You guys, everybody loves coffee. Like everybody. It's a huge top seller reason for a reason. You know, there is collagen that's brand new. Hello, great hair, great skin, great sleeping. Oh my gosh, my sleep was so deep. It helps with achy joints. It's literally, you start aging backwards. Like, and anyone from 18 or grandma can be using it. And like nobody has it. It's crazy. Our stuff is amazing. So hair, skin, and nails has fast results. Obviously we're the trademark for the wraps, you know. But I would have done host to post out the gate. I would have been using my polls right away. I would have made my first probably live video, even though I'd be like, but I would be wearing sunglasses. And then it's just like finding your rhythm throughout the day. So IPAs, you're going to want to figure out what your own individual IPAs are per day. You know, if you work with what most people work, your off days are probably going to have more of the bulk of your stuff than the other days, right? So you can do like adding to your network on your off day. You can pre-make posts if you want. There's certain things that you can definitely push off to the day that you're off. For those that you're actually working throughout the day, you're going to want at least a few posts and probably a couple polls. And then you want to message people, right? So again, the more people you talk to, the more money you're going to make. So yeah. Kelsey and Lori, do you have any things to add? Poor Lori's about to pass out.
Briefly go over the new customer program that they have.
Yes. So you guys started right when like a whole lot of things got announced. So it's supposed to stay. The word on the street is they're going to keep it. They're advertising it for just this month though. So before this month, it was you sign up as a customer, you had two choices. You can either pay one time and pay double the price, or you can pay 3 different times in 3 different months and have like basically half off. So, but right now they have it set up that you can do just one time but get that cheaper price. Now they do have a gazillion incentives to people that are doing this. So if I were a brand new customer and I go onto Kelsey's website right now, I'm like, ooh, I want me some skinny clothing. And I like go in there and I click shop and I add it to my cart. It's going to ask, do you want to sign up for the loyal program? Yeah, because it's saying 40% off. I click it And it's gonna, like, number one, if you, like, they're gonna have a pop-up thing in the beginning where put your email if you want 10% off. So they are working out the glitches, so please bear with that, but it's supposed to be every single person. So you enter the email, wait for your email to come, boom, there's an extra 10% right there, which is freaking awesome. They've never done this. And then go do your checkout. As you're checking out and you click that loyal customer button, you check out, they're actually going to do a one-time offer, and you have so many minutes to decide. And I do believe that it is getting these two guys for extra cheap. So I don't know I think it's 60% off versus 40, so you get an additional 20% off. And these are top favorites. I think it's rad that they picked those twos at your checkout. So it's awesome. Now let's say mom signs up and does the skinny coffee. She ends up doing this for the extra percent of discount. So she's got like three things of, I can't talk. 2 bags of coffee and a chocolate grains, right? Then what happens? Right now she's technically on an auto pay, and she has a choice. She can log into her account, itworks.com, and log in and turn it off. She's like, nope, I just wanted it the one time. I'm good. Or she can keep on it and earn a whole lot of freebies, like a whole lot. Think like Ipsy and stuff, right? I know that Ipsy does not offer this stuff though. That like if they keep on month 2, they earn a $10 product credit, anything in the store. If they do month 3, they earn another $10 credit for anything in the store. However, they got to hit that 3rd month in order to get both those months. So basically, if you do all 3 months, not only are you getting that initial 10% off, you're getting your special deal for these guys if you get it. If you hit that 3rd month, you're getting also a $20 credit for anything in the store. And then they keep going. Month 4 will kick in something, month 5. So it's really, really cool. Like I love it. I am obsessed with it. That means that there's no commitment, that you don't have to have a commitment. You get all these cheap products. Like it is, you guys have no, like I'm just like ready to celebrate. It's just so much easier this way. So that is the new loyal customer kind of program. Again, they said it ends October 31st. They're trying to keep it. So use it. Go ham with it. What else? So definitely your first step is to try to get your first customer in that first 72 hours, and then the 4 customers. That's the base to your business. I did forget to talk about wrap rewards. Every 2 customers you sign up at your very top, you earn a wrap reward. As of right now, it is 4 wraps that you can get for $25. You can either use them or sell them. So when you're going after your first 5 for that shopping spree, you're going to earn 2 wrap rewards, because dunt and dunt. So just be out and looking for that, because they do expire, I think 60 days. I could be wrong. It's either 30 or 60. It's been so long since I've actually had to look that one up. So just so you know, and they're trying to convert it so that the wrap rewards is also coffee. I'm really excited. So there's so many fun things about to happen, you guys. Like our company is insane. They like give us so many fun things. And then my team, like our team, like we do a lot of incentives. So be on the lookout. There's incentives for anytime you sign somebody up. It's called our Boom contest. So you'll see it underneath the announcement section. Like last month I gave out Beats headphones. I've given out a portable DVD player, a tablet, like we're nuts. And like what else? There's always going to be additional contests throughout the month, just because I'm crazy like that. What else? So definitely start working on your first 5 customers, and then from there, start building your team. So again, every potential distributor equals a possible $100 within the week. You don't have to wait all month. Okay. So you're going to go sign up your best friend, and you're going to make $100 within the week once she gets her 2 customers. So every person represents a possible $100 plus commissions that you sign up as a distributor. So 5 customers for your $150 shopping spree, you earn 2 wrap rewards, and then you start building your team. Each team member represents a $100 possible fast start bonus plus commissions. And that's really how it just starts. So the base starts with those first initial customers, and then you start building your team. But definitely please work with your enroller because charting gets very tricky. Charting, we have 8 ranks. And the first one's kind of easy. It's 2 team members and they're doing a certain amount of volume. But from there, it kind of gets a little tricky. So please reach out to your enroller. Please, please. Because the next one is Ruby, which it does have a $1,000 bonus and is so worth going after. But you're going to have to work with your enroller to figure out charting part. So, yeah, I think I'm good. Kelsey, you good? Yeah. I know it's really late for you guys. It's only 6:30 my time. So I love you guys. Thank you for hopping on. I hope this helps quite a bit. Be gentle with yourselves because this is a lot of info quick, a lot. I did click record, and so hopefully I can figure out technology and get a link if you want to like rewatch it and like take notes and stuff because I did talk really, really fast. And we're here. Like I have an open door policy. We all do. Like we like questions. We actually don't like it when it's quiet because then it means like, uh-oh, what's going on? The more questions you're asking, it means that you care about your business and we love it. So don't ever be afraid to like ask questions in the chat groups and stuff. So, and yes, I hope I get to meet you guys at conference. All right. Well, thank you. I hope you guys have a good night. It's good to see your faces. Some of you.